Welcome back to NSN Tonight on a Monday. He's Chris Murray. I'm Mike Stephenson. The Wolfpack football team continuing fall camp down on campus. So why don't we head there now? Joined by wide receiver John Jackson III, the transfer out of USC. How has year one been with the Wolfpack so far?
It's been good. It's been really good. Continuing to get better every day. Continue to stack days. That's one thing that the coaches keep preaching to us, and something that we're trying to do, develop a bond in chemistry and trying to get that Mountain West Championship to Nevada.
Obviously, a lot of Pac-12 transfers for Nevada's roster this season, but you came after spring camp. So I guess what's been the acclimation process of trying to get here in the summer and trying to learn this offense as quickly as possible before the season opener?
It's been a pretty good one. I was fortunate enough, I entered the portal a little bit earlier, transferred, and then made my decision, obviously, and was able to get kind of rolling, bond with the quarterbacks. I chose to fly out here a little bit earlier. I got an apartment downtown, and kind of got the bond going with the quarterbacks. Started getting routes earlier, slowly starting to learn the plays, and it's all starting to come to me and become natural. And so it's something that definitely is somebody who is a little bit behind, trying to keep up, and not have that be an excuse for the season.
Your dad, John Jr., your grandfather, John Sr., both have these incredible histories at USC as Trojans. Was it tough for you to leave and decide to finish your career elsewhere? What was that whole thought process like?
100%. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't tough. My dad doing what he did and my grandfather coaching was definitely something that I had a goal to accomplish. But at the end of the day, my dad talked to me, I talked to him, and kind of doing what's best for me in my future. And coming here was the perfect decision. It was perfect timing, and I'm just glad to be here and excited to make plays for you guys.
You did get your degree from USC in real estate development, and funnily enough, you will open the season at USC. So I guess what kind of emotions do you feel like you'll be feeling for that season opener September 2nd when you play at the Coliseum against the Trojans as a visiting player?
It'll definitely be a lot of mixed feelings. I have a lot of love for that university. They've been nothing but amazing to me and treated me like family and took me under their wing. So for that, I'll forever be in debt for them. But at the same time, I'm trying to win a game. I'm trying to make plays, and I'm trying to, kind of put a show on for people. So I definitely think there will definitely be a competitive edge. And as most of you guys know, like as family members, you have your little brother. I have one of my own. And you're fighting with him every day, you're competing with him every day. You're never going to lose, even if he's younger than you. Mm-hmm. So that's definitely something kind of I feel like they're my brothers over there, and they got to understand that we're there to compete, and I expect them to go as hard as I'm planning on going. So I'm definitely excited for it, and definitely something I'm looking forward to.
So you've spent obviously a ton of time around that Trojan program. What can you say about what's going on with the Wolfpack in year 2 under Ken Wilson, and there's momentum trying to be created? What can you say so far in your time in Silver and Blue about that?
I definitely think that the coaches are doing an amazing job of preaching. Biggest thing is running to the ball, getting everybody to play with hard effort. You say it to people, everybody thinks it's so easy, like you should always play with effort. But when you're out there and playing, it's a lot harder. It's a lot easier said than done. So I definitely think that's the biggest thing that they're pushing, and they're also pushing for me personally to really extend my game and make plays that they know that I'm capable of making. So if it's a 50-50 ball, Coach Ann always talks to me and tells me, you should look at it as an 80-20 ball rather than 50-50. So I definitely think pushing me to make plays and be a better player is definitely something that I'm excited about this university, and also the urgency that they're playing with and the physicality that they want everybody to come with every day is definitely something that's exciting, and I can't wait to put out there on Saturdays.
So you spent 5 years at USC. This is your 6th year at college, 40 games with the Trojans, so you got on the field quite a bit, maybe not quite as much at wide receiver than as at special teams. So I guess what are your hopes and what you'll be able to accomplish in your last year at college here at Nevada?
I have a set of personal goals I put on my locker. Personal goals I would say would definitely be, I want to try to reach 1,000 yards. I also pay attention a lot. One of my best friends is Amon-Ra St. Brown, and he kind of talks to me about motivation and letting certain things motivate you. So I definitely pay attention. I have Twitter. I see what's on Twitter. I see people who they think is going to be Mountain West first team, all team, and that's definitely something that I have my eye on. I see who they project to be there, and I plan on hopefully trying to make a name for myself and put my name in that conversation.
Folks, of course, excited to see what you can do. Also, Brendan Lewis, as those Pac-12 transfers that Chris mentioned, many more. What can you just say about the offensive side of the ball as a whole? Because last year, of course, Wolfpack fans were hoping for a little bit more.
I definitely think there's been major improvements. I was able to watch film kind of, on last year a little bit, learn in the process of learning the plays. And I know that a lot of times it was run heavy. That was the biggest thing. Coach Sage definitely pointed out to me that he doesn't want it to be run heavy. Obviously we want to be able to run the ball efficiently and effectively, but he also wants to be able to throw the ball when we need to throw the ball, and also take shots down the field when it's called for. So that's definitely something that me and Bilou kind of took it personal in a sense, and said we got to be efficient, and when we're in practice, we have those deep shots called. We got to connect on those. So that's definitely something that is probably the biggest thing for us. When all the underneath routes, you sit in zones. Those are, those should be, you get above, 75% on those. But those shots downfield, like I said earlier, those 50-50 balls, those are the balls that we need to turn 50-50 into 80-20. So that's definitely something that, me and Bilou are constantly working, and honestly, all the quarterbacks are. And that's probably the biggest focus, I would say, going forward.
You look at that season opener, as we mentioned, not very often Nevada gets to play the reigning Heisman Trophy winner. You obviously caught a lot of passes from Caleb Williams. So what will your Wolfpack defense be facing when they go against Caleb and USC in a couple of weeks here?
It's actually funny. Caleb's actually probably my best friend. One thing about him, I will say, and this is just because I know him on a personal level, is he's competitive. He like me, and I had said earlier, kind of reads what people say, so he will definitely come out with a chip on his shoulder. I know there's some goals that he has publicly said that he wants to reach, and he wants to be the first to do it. And I think that if we can keep him contained and force him to be a pocket passer, it definitely takes away some of the more explosive plays that we had last season. But I think it'll be a good matchup. I know that our defense respects him, and I'm sure he respects his opponents. So I definitely think it's exciting, and I'm looking forward to that matchup.
Well, I think Pac fans are looking forward to seeing what 14 can do in silver and blue, especially week 1 as you return to the Coliseum. John, anything you want to add before we let you go?
No, I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate everybody in the city welcoming me. So I just super grateful to be here and excited, and hopefully I can build relationships with everybody else outside.
Yeah, we hope you continue to enjoy biggest little city living. John Jackson III joining NSN tonight. Thanks for the time, John.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, we're back right after this on NSN Tonight.